Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to do a little review about something that I got inside a time machine or something. Uh, and it's this Nokia 3220 dumb phone, whatever thing. It's pretty sturdy. I don't want to throw it against the wall because it's my old trusty, and there are little parts for it that cannot be found anymore, like these side buttons that come out, and I think you could change the color of these things back then, but the LED that come inside are green, red, yellow, and blue. I don't know how many colors did it light, because I'm doing a terrible review and I'm not showing that feature because I'm too lazy to make it do it. I think it's easier putting a tone in this thing. Uh, yeah, tones. Uh, let's see. Let's open a tone to the wonderful old school AMR tones. Whatever. Let's put fortune. So we're fortune in this year of the American and the Chinese culture. So yeah, and if you were wondering if this thing was made in China, because there are a lot of, if you seek down in the YouTube section for old phones and search this phone, you will find out that they are actually hecho in Mexico. That means made in Mexico. I get this freaking thing to focus on this, on the letters, on the IMEI. It's cool because you can't see my IMEI, and so then you can grab your C3 Xbox and freaking put your IMEI on another phone or whatever thing. Yeah, so that's the good old Nokia 3220. And as I told you, it's a dumb phone, so don't expect this to be your mobile movie theater, mobile orchestra, whatever modern noises that people makes with their mouths and their freaking limbs. And it says the memory is almost full. It has no signal. It's 2G network. We have 2G network still here in Mexico. I think it still works in most parts of the world, because implying that you take down all the 2G networks, 80% of humanity will be communicated, because this is what is still used on certain remote areas and developing countries. That was first implemented. There you have science. You have some little reception here, place somewhere near the wall, no, Donald Trump wall. Right now, we are like 5 miles away from Trump's wall. Guess which side? So yeah, this still works in the boundaries of Canada, and sometimes has better reception when you go up a hill where you lose your fancy wancy for 5G LTE XX Plus Cat 911 uh, super streamer gamer pro internet connection. But when you're using an old school data packet, uh, which is limited to, I think, 28 kilobytes or 128, I don't really recall, of this model. I think it's 56. This was 2005 era. It has a camera with could record videos, but the memory is full, so I think it will record like half a second of video before so before exploding or something. Uh, it doesn't even let me open the camera app. And if you recall who coined the term app, I think I don't know if it was Nokia, because we have certainly it's called aplicaciones here, not app. We have web. We could technically access uh, websites in the most primitive HTML whatever form, but that will also start the memory of the phone and will go kaput. Uh, so yeah, there you have it. It's like a tiny whiny little pocket communication device that will last days. This thing charges like in 15 minutes with a 2 amp charger, because I connected directly to the poles, which is making the battery go slow. But this could still be getting in the eBay thing like for $5 a pop, because there were a lot of models from Nokia that use this same battery. Oh, they shared a lot of parts and pieces inside the smartphones were like not like the same, but for example the batteries, which phones you can say it in 2018 19 that could take like the same battery model. I think you can recall the LG K20 Plus with the LG K10 2017 and certain other models there. But that's 2017, it's almost 2 years ago tech. So I think the 2019 is the year of non-replaceable batteries and phones. It's the year of the notch 2. uh, it's the year of we are all crazy, and this is so madness. Why don't we return to point that it wasn't like really all madness. It was more talking straight to the face of the people that you aquantized day by day. Not even be friend. Aquantize, and you don't have to be in a online hugbox diaspora that where you will be seeking constant approval by people you might know or might not even know. Who fucking knows? Even trying to make a life about it, or from it, like selling shit. I don't know. I miss those times where we were not like attached to that shit, and we were like certainly a little bit more free. And if I say free, it was because we were not really free, but we were free, and we weren't like attached to our own egos and seeking constant societal approval from strangers. Where the YouTube thing wasn't even like 480p, 360p. I don't even know. I don't even recall. We were all running those old Pentium 4 machines that will start with more like more of 100 megabyte Adobe Flash instructions that thrown through the freaking measly 256 megs of memory. Yeah, this thing was a freaking beast back then. But nowadays it's like more like a museum relic, one of the last of its breed. That I recall that the last phone made in Mexico, I think, was the Nokia 710, I think, which was a Windows phone, which got upgraded out the I think it was a 7.8 version of Windows. Still think that it was a great phone. Back then, it had a good camera for a low-end phone, which was something that reminded me a lot of this design philosophy that you could toss it and and throw it around, and it will not take any beat. And you see modern Nokia shit like the Nokia 6 point whatever SS plus with notch. It's disgusting, bro. Like, seriously, the shit is Nokia nowadays. I bet that shit breaks if you toss it against a pile of them, man. It's like, come on, man. You know they got took over by the Chinese. Literally, it's like Alcatel making shit for them, and then rebranded it. Like, I take this cat and paint it, put it like eye goggles or something, and then I tell you it's a dog, but it's still a cat. That's the shit that it's done, like with those Nokia phones that are made like that by the TCL. I don't freaking even know from which is the company that they are made, but they are not made in Finland or Mexico even anymore. And that's a shame because I'm a Mexican. I might be sound like I'll be shielding for my culture and what we do, and that like not we are. Besides of the fact that this is a freaking violent shithole, we still do good stuff here. Like, that's the reason that the gringos come here and repair their cars and their teeth. It's like we certainly know what we're doing when it comes to that shit, and we still do it. And to this point, I think it's Toyota and Kia. I don't even know. Sure, companies that are based in Mexico, but I yet have seen a phone manufacturer from Mexico in 2019. The last one thing was Lanix, but they moved all their shit to blue factories in China. They still make PCs here. I don't really know, but like making a PC, come on, they even use off-the-shelf parts in their last ones, like gigabyte motherboards. They just patch it and put stickers on them, like, "Hey, this is our shit, bro." But they just were using a license. But yeah, you know what that shit. What happens when you stay off the curb and gets shit in the face by freaking companies that move to another part to find that it's cheaper, only to find that 10 years later it's more expensive than the country that you had just left, because reasons and because more reasons, and you find that your shit is breaking 2 to 3 years in a row, that you have to upgrade all your shit. It's not like the iPhone that is each year that gets released, but you don't really need to update to the highest sub end. And I can recall this for Samsung, for Nokia, for all the new phone manufacturers. And yeah, at certain point you keep hanging around and thinking that, oh shit, my phone is gonna be obsolete if there gets the new Android version, and I don't get an update because I'm gonna get hacked or I'm gonna get screwed with my thing, whatever. That didn't happen back then, to be fair, bro. In this device era, I think it's running some Java-based shit, and even though people tells that JavaScript is shit and all this shit, it's like it's the bone and the marrow of the internet, and you cannot deny it. And even back then was a bone and marrow for our little tiny devices, and that certainly gave us some little neat features like you see implemented on modern phones, but they were not all that invasive or were not that well useful, to be fair. Because you can find useful apps in the later Symbian devices. Even this era had good Symbian devices. I can recall my first Symbian device was a 6600 thing, like the one that was in a movie from 2003 that looked like a chancla. That was a great phone, and I had it I think before or after this phone, I don't know. It was my sister's phone, and because she was like in the tech industry, whatever shit of this time, she got like bored of it, and she got like an N93 thing. She always got the top notch device and all the shit because she got it for free in her job, and tossed me all her old phones. I didn't keep them around because they got burned in a firehouse accident, and yeah, even the Nokia cannot take all that shit. And I didn't even document it because I thought, man, those were just electronics, bro. Were just phones, devices. I can get a new one, and all the pictures and all the shit. I got them in like hard drives, like stored in a place that couldn't be reached by the fire, and all those memories are stored around there. So yeah, got no problem with those things burning down. I can get another one from second hand if they don't become more of a meme and get like super overpriced. But you always can find a market where these suckers still be marketed as just a curiosity, or even if you can use it like in a, let's say, emergency situation that you break your new shit, and you have this one stored for just taking calls and text messages. What the hell? It's still a phone. The new ones are still based around the same principle. The phone, it's a feature in my phone. It's still called a phone, bro. You cannot call it like a tablet. A tablet is a thing that just does certain part that the phone does, even though there are 3D tablets and they are not that popular like this phone, but they have their purpose and they serve to people, whatever, whenever they feel the need or the certain curiosity to do something and to keep communicated with someone special, someone who they need to be in contact with, and that's why this shit is still around. You're gonna come and take a little chick, and I saw a crazy set that had something to do with the tech. I buy your tech, blah 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 blah. Not, this is not for sale. If you're asking, just go get one on eBay. They're like $20 a pop. And, oh, this, you can put any like art here and make it like personalized. And well, I'll tell you, there are no parts, so take care of it. But you can get another one for 20. Easily disassemble it and swap the parts that you wanna keep. And so there are USB cables. I don't have the chargers, that's why I solder it. It's no big deal. If you have a TS80 soldering gun laying around like in your pocket, you can charge it anywhere or with anything, to be honest. And that's why the removable battery phones rule back then, because you could have like a freaking daisy chain of batteries charging off a single 3 amp unit, and like have a lot of the pocket around and have battery for days in your old device. It's not only limited to this device, to almost any device, and was like a fucking mess, like really dealing around with the batteries and popping them and shit. But with these ones, the battery lasts so long. You could carry two, this one and a spare, and you use it for 9 months. Battery, a single charge. I don't know, boy. Uh, I'm just exaggerating. To be honest, see, I cannot see well. I think it's 700 milliamp, whatever. What are the modern standards? Like 4,000. And those things last like a day. A single charge, 14 hours. Modern devices are battery hogs, man. If you have something from 2000 or under in 2019, like in the new market, you're royally screwed. Because that shit will spend battery like a hog, and you're gonna get stranded even if you're just listening to music. That was the advantage back then. You didn't really listen to music. You did the music in your mind, making your mind with all kind of schism, all kind of schism. So yeah, there you have it, the Nokia 3220, the best fucking phone ever, and the only phone that I ever able to keep working for 12 years. I had every phone, trust me. I had the LG G2 when it was new. I broke it at the second week, and my freaking touch was useless because I don't know. The engineers were freaking geniuses and decided that if you broke the main feature of your phone, you basically got a piece of brick that you could uh, set on in your desk and see. Oh, look, this is a nice cup holder, and $400 cup holder that nowadays sells like for $60 on the eBay thing. I gotta say they got a lot of RAM support for the LG G2, and still nowadays I think it got 9.0 ROMs or something. But it's like, nah. The first fall, the first crack, it's gonna kill it. Nah. You gotta buy a new $30 screen. Hey man, I could just buy another phone, and this one I think it's still okay if I break it because it shattered my floor once, and I have to be careful with this phone breaking things around. Nah, to be fair, it's quite fragile, but I take care of it. But I could take a dump, and it will not be like, oh shit, I got spiders in my screen. Oh shit, I got glass on my fingers because I'm a freaking sheep, man, and I got a freaking uh, smart device that is smarter than me. This watches me on the